Welcome to the fourth episode of the Hyphy Living Podcast.
Hyphy Living.
Made out so far right now. And today we have another special guest.
Yes, sir.
Introduce yourself.
What's up, y'all? This Westside Wiggy, from Compton, California, out here to the Bay, just living life, doing my thing.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up. Welcome to the Bay. Welcome to the Bay. Actually, when did you come to the Bay though? When was your first time?
I moved out here back in 2015, the other summer.
Oh, shit.
2015. Yeah, I moved out here 2014. So, I moved from another continent, but.
Yeah, that's a little different.
Just a few hours away.
Right.
Word.
He said continent.
So, you have family out here, or did you move out for school, or?
Yeah, so, when I first moved out here, it was for football, as I'm still, pursuing that right now. So I came out here, went to JUCO at San Jose City College, moved out here because my brother was actually the defensive line coach, so he wanted me to come out here, kind of just like, get away from, from your comfort zone, being away from home and all that. So he wanted me to experience, a different life, being away from home.
Definitely. That's what's up. Definitely. Because you grind harder when you're away from home.
Exactly.
You got your friends at home.
Yeah.
You know how shit happens when you're in the hometown.
Exactly. You start losing focus.
Exactly.
Start getting in trouble, all that.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about all that trouble. So the funny thing about this podcast is called Hyphy Living, but three of us are not from the Bay.
Yeah, right. So but we live in the Bay now.
We live in the Bay now.
You know what I mean? And we've been living here for a while now.
Yeah.
So.
What was your first perception of the Bay when you moved in?
I thought it was, it was quiet when I first got out here. Being from LA, LA County, you're around a lot, so, you see a lot, so, it's always people out. You got Hollywood, Beverly Hills, Orange County, you got all these places you could go to where it's always like, people out vibing and all that.
Yeah.
And then when you get out here, you kind of, it's like, everywhere. It's like, for me, it was like every party I went to was like, dang, I know this person. Like, you just always see everybody that you know. And it's like, dang, am I ever gonna meet new people?
That's the thing with the Bay. Not just San Jose, I think it's the whole Bay Area. Like, the people who come out are people who keep coming out. So it looks like everybody knows everybody, you know what I'm saying? Because you see the same people.
But San Jose Bay Area got a lot of people. Cause look at the traffic.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just people, you got your homebodies who ain't never coming out.
Never.
But then you got your people that be out a lot. You know what I mean?
24/7.
That's why it look like you see the same people. But
Yeah, because I be on Twitter sometimes, I'll see some profiles, you know what I'm saying? Some cute little chicks, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I ain't never seen you before. And you say like San Jose is like the location, and I'll be like, they never come out. So that's how you know.
that's the ones you want though, the homebodies.
That's true. To be honest.
You want the homebodies. You don't want no one at the club every weekend.
True.
Talking about let's go shake some ass. Hell no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But like you want like a balance though, right? You want like someone who's like
you want a balance.
in and out.
You want a balance, but then you don't. You know what I mean? Because why would you want a girl that's out, at the club shaking ass and all that other shit? You how you act is what you gonna get. You know what I mean?
And folks, that's why I'm single. There's other Compton men out here.
No, that's how you act. If you're talking about on Twitter, I can't wait to go to the club, shake some ass. You're gonna get a ratchet ass nigga in your DM talking about, hey, let me hit you. What's good? Let's hang out.
Right.
That's what you're gonna get. But if you talk about, you put a library location and shit, you're gonna get niggas, I've been in that library. People who actually like that shit, that's the good dudes, you know what I mean? So that's how you act is what you get. You know what I mean?
So ladies, library locations.
Library, you know what I mean? It could be a book, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's just, that's how you gotta do it.
That's what's up. So, Wiggins, you dropped an album. When did you drop it?
Oh yeah, that shit fire.
Yeah, so I dropped it July 24th. What was that? 4 days ago.
4 days ago.
So July 24th. Mentally scarred.
Where can the people get it though?
Right now, it's out on all platforms: Apple Music, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon, Google. They got it out on YouTube as well. It's pretty much everywhere you can think of.
iHeartRadio stuff. That's what's up.
Yeah. So we're gonna put the link to as many of those locations as we can.
Yeah.
So y'all can get a chance to listen to it because it's fire. It's fire.
is.
We listen to it.
He sent it to me. I was like, okay, this shit go. You know what I mean?
No, appreciate it.
That shit go.
So what was like the inspiration for the album?
So me, I feel like just working on this album, I kind of just wanted to, touch on something, different. Where like, for my first one, it was called Live and Learn. With me, kind of just opening up about myself, opening up about my life, and I just want to, let people get to know me on the deeper meaning. And then coming up with this album, it's it's a lot of things people go through in life, and then so the thing about it, when it was coming to working with this album, I wanted to drop it in May because May is mental awareness month and all that kind of stuff. But the way things was happening, it wasn't allowing me to get the pushing, so I didn't want to rush it too much. But but the main thing about the album is me kind of just opening up even more deeper, talking about
because I was about to say it's a very intimate album as well. Yeah, so this is your second album, correct?
Second, yeah.
That's what's up. Congratulations on that, man. Congratulations on that.
And getting it on all platforms, that's dope. Because I be telling rappers all the time, they send me stuff like, hey bro, check that out. I don't mind checking shit out, you know what I mean? I like to listen to music. But when they have it on SoundCloud, it's just SoundCloud. It's hard for me because I don't have SoundCloud.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I used to, but I don't have music, like Apple.
Exactly.
I have like all the other ones you were talking about. I have all that shit. I don't have SoundCloud.
And kind of some
ain't nothing wrong with SoundCloud, but I just don't have it.
I feel like SoundCloud has a reputation for being like below type music, like just people like they're just trying shit out.
And people be good on SoundCloud. It's just SoundCloud.
Like for example, like Bryson Tiller, he got discovered on SoundCloud, so it does happen. But I feel like people who are serious about the art, serious about the music, they try to get it on all platforms. You know what I'm saying? You make that sacrifice, whatever how much it is that you gotta put down. Like you make that extra step to get noticed. You know what I'm saying? So that shows like a level of commitment to the craft, pretty much.
Definitely.
Yeah, so I listened to the first song on the album, and maybe it's the second song, Living My Life.
Yeah, Living My Life is the second song on the album.
Second song on the album. You talked a lot about growing up in Compton.
Yeah.
You want to expand on that?
Just typical, LA life, so like you're around a lot of gang, drugs, and violence and all that, so you just gotta, always, have your back, keep your head on a swivel no matter where you go, because being in like the inner city of LA, like you could be on this hood and then you could literally go down the street and you're in another hood just like that. So just always being where your surroundings. But growing up in Compton, it taught me everything. It gave me my swagger, my toughness, just everything. So everything that you see me like if I'm out, like the way I just carry myself, it shows like I got it from my city. I love my city because I wouldn't be the person I am, without growing up where I was from.
Right, that's what's up. Because I just said I think start. I just wrote a movie about LA. It's like it's about it goes down in LA pretty much in Compton, a lot of it. So I did a lot of like research on Compton and the gangs in Compton and all that stuff. And like literally, like he said, almost every street is another gang, literally. So Lotus Park, the Lime Boys, Wilmington, like the whole place, like you can easily just get into trouble just by walking down the street because every other spot is like someone else's hood. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy.
Mentally and physically strong too.
Yeah.
I mean, I only say mentally, but you gotta be physically strong too.
The fights are coming. The fights are coming. So you gotta.
I usually only say you only. A lot of places you only gotta be mentally, but some places you gotta.
I feel like the Bay, like there's some banging out here, but you know what I'm saying. But like if you're just aware of your surroundings and shit, like you gonna be good. You gonna be good.
Yeah, you just gotta be around your, surroundings gotta be on A. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
24/7.
24/7. I'm like that anyway though. Now anywhere I go.
Exactly.
Yeah, you gotta be.
Because you see other people getting shot everywhere, shootings everywhere.
Everything, police brutality, all that. You gotta be extra careful
people
now.
Pulling up in the movie theater, shooting them churches, shooting them. My head's on a swivel.
Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta be alert at all times. All times, right? Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying walk around with a gun, but
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. But I mean, you know, be
Well, here's the
prepared,
thing, though.
you
The
know?
funny thing is that if you're white and you're walking around with a gun, it's okay compared to if you're black walking around with a gun. So like, the double standards in our society is really crazy. It's really
Bad person, violent.
Yeah, you probably got, if you think you got a gun on, you got drugs in the car.
Yeah.
But if it's a white person, they give you like the benefit of doubt.
Right. Oh, he must be registered. He must have got registered.
You know,
Carry license.
Right. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Because we don't get those questions.
Nah, hell no. All we get is a hand on the buckle. You know what I mean? The hand on the buckle.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. One of my favorite songs on the album though is I think it's called Imi. That's one where you talk about like relationships and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean I met him. I met Wiggins back here in San Jose City. We were in a poetry class. I don't know if you can remember.
Yeah.
It's not gay to write poetry, okay? It's like it's a dope art form where you get to express yourself.
Poetry,
Yeah.
that's dope. That's
expression.
rappers. All anybody that want to be a rapper should take poetry, man.
Yeah, definitely.
That's shit.
Yeah,
Rap is
you
poetry.
too.
You know what I mean? Sports can be poetry too. You know what I mean? Poetry and
Yeah,
action.
he wrote some poems about sports and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's what I'm saying.
But he wrote some about his girl, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So,
you gotta have something for the ladies. Or his lady.
Yeah.
Lady.
yeah. Don't worry about it,
One person.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, mine just for one person.
Yeah, one lady, you know.
And it's
But
gotta be
anybody
too much
else,
of a-
ladies.
You feel me? I need that, you feel me?
Right.
The game, I threw it to y'all.
So he'll throw you the lie, yeah.
I don't know if this is too much of a personal question, but is this the same girl you're with right now?
Yeah, man, it's crazy. You know, now like, you know, I've been with her for 2 years now, and it's, you know, it's my longest relationship, and, you know, being in this one, you know, just taught me a lot, you know, just helped me grow as a person, and, you know, kind of helped me find myself even more, 'cause, you know, just being by yourself, you know, like you finding yourself at the time, but you don't really, you know, find yourself like deep inside you, but you know, just finding someone that, you know, just understood me, connected with me, you know, just brought the best out of me.
And women can connect you by like saying like, you know how guys are always tough, like we're tough guys, you know, we're not supposed to be, you know, sad or feminine or about shit like other shit, but sometimes women can get that out, not the feminine, but like get the soft side out of you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Talk about shit that be bothering you, you ain't gonna talk to somebody about.
Like having a confidence, pretty much.
Right,
Where you can
yeah.
express your emotions without trying to put this front that we do, okay?
Right,
Because we have this tendency to be hyper masculine.
But I feel like sometimes we have to be like that because that's the way the world is. You know what I mean? Because if they see somebody being, a guy walking being soft on the street, some dudes like being incognito. Or I mean, I haven't been incognito, but some dudes will take that as weakness.
Even in Oakland.
You know what I mean?
Even
But
in
Oakland, like Oakland, for
yeah.
example,
Or
Oakland.
East San Jose.
Oakland, right. And people will see that
Right.
weakness and, you know, try to strip you, do anything, rob you, anything. You know what I mean? They take that for weakness. So that's sometimes men gotta be tougher. You gotta be strong.
It's like survival mode, you know what I'm
It is,
saying?
definitely.
And it's not, because I know a lot of women talk about that as dudes trying to hide their emotions, or it's like some form of like just trying to show out. But like legitimately, like that's how we survive. We got to show out. We got to have that front so that people don't test us, pretty much.
Right.
Yeah.
So it comes with it.
Right, definitely.
What's like one of your relationship advice you could give out to the people? Because 2 years is no joke. You're 2 years too?
Nah, I ain't 2 years. I'm in about a year.
Yeah,
2 years is deep.
Yeah, so what is the, because I mean, I know that it takes a lot of work to keep a relationship going, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And 2 years, like, I know some people who've been in a relationship, it ends quick because that communication breaks off, or like they get like tired of each other, or it's not quote unquote exciting anymore. So like, what is one of your like relationship advice to people who are going through like a rough patch in their relationship, pretty much?
Man, you know, it's kind of tough. 'Cause, you know, me, you know, I'm still, you know, learning on the fly and stuff like that. But I feel like the main thing now, you know, just being in a relationship, number one, you know, is communication. And also, you know, like to really, you know, to keep your relationship strong, like, you know, you have to, for me, I feel like you have to have a relationship with God.
Oh,
you
man.
know, 'cause, you know, without God, you know,
Nothing.
you pretty much on your own, you know, trying to go through the roads all by yourself. But, you know, when you have, you know, look for God for guidance and, you know, talking to him, you know, to help you with this and that, you know, God always gonna respond and, you know, get you through it. But yeah, relationship, you know, you're always communicating. I feel like that's the main thing. That's where I feel like where most people struggle.
Yeah.
You know, with communication, and you know that was hard for me. That's why I had to learn. You know, I wasn't good at communicating. Cause you know I'm so used to being by myself. So I'm like, I could go do this and that. But
yeah, I'm like that too.
So,
I'm like that. I feel you on that because I've been by myself. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All my life. You know what I mean? So I feel like I gotta communicate more because you could just do shit like you don't think it's wrong. You know what I mean? I'm going there and thinking I always do that shit.
Yeah.
But being in a relationship, you gotta think about it.
So you gotta compromise.
You gotta, hey, I'm going here. You know what I mean? Just so they know. You know what I mean? Because you might not think you're not doing nothing wrong. But
exactly. From them, it might look different.
Right.
And the other thing that helped me, like I was never a reader, but I found like being in quarantine, like I just tried different things, but I read, another thing, the 5 Love Languages. Just reading that book, it taught like it helps you like with so much, just learning, like the love language of like your significant other, either it's like they need like affirmation, physical touch and all this kind of stuff. So like just reading that like just opened my mind up, and then also reading the Relationship Goals by Pastor Michael Todd. He's reading all these love books just kind of.
What was the first one again? The 5 what?
The 5 Love Languages.
I'm trying to get me to read that too.
Yeah, I think about something Chapman. I forgot the first name, but 5 Love Languages.
We're gonna Google it for sure. We're gonna.
There's another thing too with with relationships when you have to when you're having sex with the same person, I forgot what it's fucking called. But the love gets stronger, but once you fuck it up and fuck on the side, whatever, it fucks up the whole thing. Like you get bad energy from somebody else and it fucks up your whole shit. I forgot what the shit's called.
Like a chakra type shit, right?
Yeah, but this shit's real. I
feel like it is. Yeah,
it's supposed to say it is. Like when you consistently messing with somebody you love, whatever. And you talk about shit like you want to do in your future.
Mm-hmm.
You're not like talk about I want to have a house and shit. What is it? Can't think of the fucking word right now, but manifest and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. They say you gotta do it. You make it love. This shit really be working, man.
And also be connecting on a deeper level.
Well, if you ever doing some other shit, it's not gonna connect like it. Exactly. It can fuck up the whole. That's how relationships tend to bend. Even if they don't even find out, it still fucks up because of.
But I know a lot of relationships end because of cheating or unfaithfulness and stuff. But I feel like some relationships, it's also like you said, lack of communication, lack of attention, and I think those are the things that most people need to be more careful about. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like and trust is like. Well, there's this line that Nas says in this song. He has a song with David East called Godfather 4. It's a really good song. You should check it out. But Nas, he says a line that I love so much. He said, trust is a contract that has to be continually renewed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, when you trust someone, you have to... It's not a one-time thing. You know what I'm saying? You have to consistently live that way so that trust can continue to grow into something. So, like, trust, I feel like is very important. Right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I feel like another main thing too is what I had to learn was letting shit go.
Oh yeah.
like the arguments, the women's always gonna win. You know what I mean? Even they might be wrong, but they're right. But I've always been a strong-headed person, so I'm always not. I'm like, nah, fuck that. I'm right. You know what I mean? That shit ain't gonna work like that. I promise you, that shit ain't gonna last long if you don't let shit go, cause they gonna keep coming. Women keep coming, you know what I mean?
Harder and harder.
Harder and harder until they right.
I give up.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. So, you said you were playing ball at City. So now you're playing ball at State?
Yeah, San Jose State.
San Jose State.
So how's that? How's that feeling? Play football? I believe State is D1, right?
Yeah, Division 1.
Yeah.
Man, it's a blessing. You dream of it as a kid, and to finally get there. It's just a blessing. You just enjoying the moment. That's what you dreamed of your whole life. And but at the same time, you always gotta just be humble and know what you're there for. Sometimes I feel like people get caught up like, oh, I made it. Division 1 now. You kind of just like let all your hard work and stuff go out, but you just gotta keep grinding. Just always remember what you're aiming for. But it's a blessing. It's a great program. It's a great team. I just love it being there. It's a family.
I don't know how it's gonna work out like the NFL. I know the NFL is not gonna have no fans for right now, but is it like how's that gonna college football go back with no fans?
Right now, we still it's all up in there. We still waiting for an answer too. But
Because, I mean, college football, that's what makes college football as a fan.
Exactly.
Because, I mean, games was packed.
Always,
especially at state, you know? State games be packed. When you guys play, especially when you guys play like Fresno State or somebody Boise, yeah, you know what I mean?
All that.
And in the big schools, you know, the shit be packed. That's what makes the games, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because, like, NFL this year, without fans, I don't know how I'm going to feel about that shit. NBA right now, I'm still kind of... Cause I'm watching these games, I'm like, fuck, how this shit look weird, you know what I mean?
I've been to some Niners games, but I feel like I think the best football game I've been to was USC Stanford at Levi Stadium. I think it was a year, 2 years ago.
Niner games are already always empty.
No, usually when I go to Niners games, well, last year was a really good year for the Niners.
Nah, yeah.
But the years before that, like once in like the fourth quarter, everyone's going home.
Nah, man.
No one gives a fuck about the game anymore. Because they're probably losing, you know what I'm saying?
And but getting up out of there.
Man, people be out of there.
Exactly. You cannot get an Uber.
But one thing I can say about Niners, I'm not a Niner fan, but one thing I can say about the Niners, they do got some loyal fans. Some loyal fans, you know what I mean? They people would not be still going to the game, even though they leave the fourth quarter. They still be going to pay their money, you know what I mean?
Right.
Even though the Raiders is still the most loyal, they feel me.
I mean, I feel sorry for Raiders fans. Like, I don't know how you'll do it.
Man,
how do you do it?
You know? I just love the team, you know. I don't know. Even though we might be terrible sometimes.
But they betrayed y'all. They moved to Vegas now.
Yeah, you know what? I felt terrible about it at first, but I look at this the stuff now. We got newer equipment, newer gyms for the players, newer practice facilities and shit, like indoor practice. We ain't never had that shit in Oakland.
Exactly, yeah.
You know what I mean? It looks better. It looks like, because before they had they were sharing it with a baseball team.
Exactly.
People was making fun of us. You know, you guys playing on dirt. That shit look terrible. You know?
You got your own environment.
Right, dome and shit. I like it now, to be honest. Even though we're not in the Bay, I wish they was, but I wish they would have did that in the Bay. You know what I mean? But, you know.
Because I feel...
Thing. So, you feel me? For the 90s, you know, there was that candlestick, you know, with the Giants.
Right.
So now, you feel me? That was how Oakland was. Now they kind of like, let me create my own lane.
Right.
Yeah, but like, for me, I feel some type of way about Oakland now because all the big sporting, like, franchises are gone, right? The Warriors are gone, the Raiders are gone.
It's crazy.
The A's, I don't know, the A's, are they even that
A's
good?
is still there, but they're
not that good,
They
right?
ain't like that.
They ain't
So,
did
like,
nothing yet.
a lot of revenue that have gone into, like, the Oakland community is all gone now, right?
Yeah,
so
that's crazy.
It's really sad. It's really sad in that way. But on a brighter note...
Oh, but I didn't even ask you, what position do you play for football?
Oh, man, I play linebacker.
Linebacker, okay. I was gonna, we started talking about something else.
That's all good.
Yeah, but that's what's up. Do you, I don't know if you're thinking about the draft next year? Is that something that's on your...
Yeah, it's always on my mind. That's why, you know, that's why I try to, you feel me, with my music, I try to, like, you know, you just gotta have time management, so, you know, make time for my music. And now, like, during this time, it's like more, you know, it's my last year, you know, I gotta leave it all out on the field. So that's why, you know, my main focus, you know, that's always been my dream as a kid, you know, playing on the big stage. So that's why, you know, I'm gonna try to pursue that. And, you know, I pray, with the, you know, faith of God that, you know, that happens.
And that's good that you have, I mean, I know you probably take it serious, but a hobby, you know, music, doing music, because as an athlete, I just had football.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just playing football. But now you got something else you could do, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And then it can go either way, and you got choices now. Choice is always a good thing, you know? You can't just have one choice.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Having choices, that's what's up.
Yeah, that's good. It's good to keep your options open. And I can say music is going to be a good career for you too, because so far so good.
And it's only your second album? That's crazy, because like it's going to be, you gonna get there if you want to.
Who's the producer on this album?
So, you know, with this one, I kind of worked with one person, you know, shout out to, you know, Pluto Brazy. You know, he the one where I get all my beats from, you know, dope person, you know, make some dope beats, you know, I appreciate him.
Shout
out to you know, when I go to...
Shout out to Pluto.
Yeah, shout out to you, man.
Is he from the Bay or is he from LA?
I don't know where he's from, to be honest. You know, I get on
Instagram.
Instagram.
That's crazy how the world is now, you know what I mean? You just be like, that's how I found people that for this podcast, like putting a cartoon for it or making the beat for the intro.
Yeah.
Instagram, bro. You know, Instagram's a new
social media is a new engine,
right? You know what I mean? It's the new hustle. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. Yeah, the beats were tight. So shout out to Pluto for this.
Appreciate it. Shout out to, you know, Red Wall Studios, Ryan Palmer, you know, helped me, you know, my engineer, you know, he helps me out a lot, you know, making sure my album come out, you know, dope. appreciate you. Shout out to you.
Wait, Red Wall Studios, is that like the one where they shoot videos in, or?
Yeah, so it's the one in Fremont. So they got the little studios
Yeah,
and they got the
studio
photography thing. Yeah, where you can take pictures, do videos.
Because I've shot some videos at Red Wall, both the one in Fremont and the one in San Jose, but I know they had like a recording spot.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
No, I think
shout out to Red Wall Studios, man. They're doing it out here for the artists in the Bay Area.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, shout out to Red Wall Studios for sure.
You got a music video coming out soon?
Right now I'm trying to, cook something up with that, I ain't never, done a music video, but I feel like, it's always the first time.
Guess who shoots some music videos?
Yeah, there you go.
Right,
Problem solved.
You get that popping.
That's why I said it. Yeah.
Alright, I see you.
Trying to throw you a lie. You know what I mean?
That's
I just didn't, I wasn't going to say it, but I was throwing you a lie. There you go.
That's what's up. But yeah, Pluto Brazy. Well, Brazy, if he has Brazy in his name, we can assume LA.
Oh yeah, it's for Compton.
Because you have a lot of Brazy in your album. Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. I'm not gonna ask the question, but you know what the question I'm trying to ask is, yeah? All right. So you can blink if it's yes or no. Because we don't want none of the I don't know if the FBI was what we're doing, but you know what I'm saying, so you can blink, twice if or you can keep it to yourself, but I just wanted to put that out there, you know what I'm saying? But that's what's up. Where are you from actually in Compton?
I'm from Pomalee, 137th Street in Pomalee, on the Blood area.
Oh, okay.
It ain't, no banging and all that, but that's where I'm from, I love my city, I'm a red what section I'm from.
Right. That's what's up.
Never be afraid, where you come from, I love where I come from. Like I said, it helped me, turn into the person that I am today. I want to be known, without, where I grew up from. So never forget about where you come from. So that's why every time I hop on the mic, I give a shout out to, my city.
That's what's up. That's what's up. What are the artists from Compton that inspire you right now?
Oh man, number one, Kendrick Lamar.
OG.
Just OG, man.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
I've listened to him before, he was Kendrick Lamar. He was known as K-Dot before, so, just, listening to him, just watching, like, how he grew, just, kind of inspires you. And also, being, just being from the inner city of LA, it's like you're not around that much, you're not around, like, I don't know how to explain, but, like, you don't grow up, with a silver spoon in your mouth, so, you always gotta, find a way, and, it's kind of hard, making it out of the inner city. And, you're seeing him, the way, like, we grew up in the same area, so, he went to Compton Centennial down the street, from the neighborhood we from. And, just watching him, kind of show, like, I can make it too, so it just gives you that motivation. And, also, man, my, great family of mine is YG Hoodie, he a rapper too from Compton, I'm very close with him, and I think that's kind of like how I really got into music as well too, just, always being around him. And, that's kind of how, like, I really got into music. But, it's a lot of, rappers, man, from Compton I look up to. DJ Quick, you really want to go back. And also just, like, in LA in general, Nipsey. Nipsey, man. You gotta give Nipsey, his credit.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That whole story, bro. That's with Nip is crazy because a lot of people say, he was a Crip, but he got love from everybody in LA. People. That's why when he got shot, they was like, bro, that's crazy because
by one of his own too, right?
He
knew that grew up with him.
He was a snitch. He was the one that came out of jail. That's a whole. I mean, I know it's a conspiracy theory between all that, but I think the police let him out for a reason. You know what I mean? Cause who do that? Come on, straight out of jail. He was out the day before, or the same day. It was like the day before he got
crazy.
out. And he just went to go shoot Nipsey.
Like, broad daylight.
That's some hit shit.
And then the girl who drove the car that was like, I didn't know about it. I don't know. He just happened to be there. I don't know. No one goes to. I don't know. I don't have experience in this, but if you're going to shoot someone, you have to have a getaway car, right? You ain't gonna shoot them and just walk away, right? You gotta have a means to get out of that spot. So whatever they said, but we know what we know, so it is what it is on that front. But also Roddy Ricch, I think Roddy Ricch was I think it's from
Roddy Ricch from Compton.
From Wilmington.
Hey, Roddy Ricch came out of nowhere, but he be on everybody's side. He hit too though.
He popping.
Yeah, especially right now.
Yeah, shout out to him. I think he's gonna win the best rap album at the Grammys next year.
You think so?
I think so, yeah. Because I've been looking at the charts, and so he's had the most number ones. Well, the box was number one for like 16 weeks, and now Rockstar, the baby song, has been number one for
everything he hit is
exactly. So I feel like he's gonna get like.
There's the baby up there too, right?
The baby. I think the baby. I thought it was gonna go away quick because he came quick. I thought it was gonna go away quick too.
That's funny you said that because I did too.
Yeah.
Nah, but he coming out with hits and he changed his style. You know what I mean? He don't have the same sound. None of those rappers do. They don't have the same sound. You know, I mean, kind of Roddy Ricch, kind of, but then he kind of changed his shit around too. Though. He has different rappers in his shit, different styles. You know, to match his shit. You know,
because we were talking shit about the baby because he had like one flow.
Hey Boogie.
Yeah. Yo, a lot of good albums came out this year, bro. A lot of good rap albums came out this year.
Shit, quarantine. A lot of people are trying to find some shit.
What have y'all listened to lately though? The albums that be dropping.
Man, who about? I listened to Lil Baby.
Albums? Shit.
Hey Boogie, I listened to.
Yeah, I heard Boogie stuff was real good too.
It was good, man.
Even Herbo, I heard like everyone was dropping like good shit. Everybody.
Polo G.
Pop Smoke.
Pop.
Yeah.
That was the last one.
I ain't really.
Which one of them? The one you dropped earlier this year or the
It's more sad though, but it go crazy.
The posthumous one or the
last
one
one
you dropped?
The 150 Cent drop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that shit go crazy.
I also heard like Juice WRLD's like posthumous album. I heard that was really good too, but it's sad as well.
It was got her Little Baby, you know, pretty much like put the whole album out. So I feel like for me, like I mess with the album, you know, I'm a huge Juice WRLD fan, but I feel like it could have been better. I feel like he didn't put most of his hard stuff out, so that's from my perspective. But it was still a good album. But I feel like he could have do some better stuff. I know he did.
I just wonder how they do that, man. They be coming like how they get files. You know, I understand rappers got shit in the bag, you know what I mean? But putting shit, I mean, dudes can do anything now with engineering and shit like that.
I mean, XXS still dropping music. He's still dropping music. He's new single this year. It's called Riot.
I just feel like they have like that go-to man that they trust. Like, hey, if anything happen, you know.
Man, that's the way I think of it too. You know, hey, anything happen, hey, you got my shit right here.
Exactly.
You know, drop an album. You know what I mean? If I was a rapper, I would, especially you know, if I was going, you know.
I think the same thing happened with Tupac, right? They dropped like 5 albums after he died.
Nah, he sure did. He dropped hella music after he died.
Yeah, so that's crazy.
But they said Tupac had shit in the bag too, though. Tupac had shit like just recorded. He just go in the studio and record some shit. But didn't they do something else with like they had his voice? They put his voice on some shit.
Yeah, I feel like it was like some of the people's songs like they had like some of his voice into their songs and stuff. So.
Right. Yeah, they just put his voice and shit like shit he was saying. I mean, people technology, like I said, technology now. You know,
It's a
you
big
can do
thing
everything.
now.
Right.
Yeah, I think there was like a hologram. I think it was a Michael Jackson hologram that performed at a concert.
Tupac.
Yeah.
That's what I seen. Everybody was like, "What the fuck?" You know. I think Snoop Dogg was out there performing, and that's when he came out.
So,
yeah.
I think that's gonna be the future of like concerts too.
If just Corona shit, probably.
Like you know, IG live
big
concerts
fans
and shit too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but yeah, technology be crazy now. Yeah, they be bring even in movies. You know, my field like they've been doing like the last Star Wars movie that came out, or the last 2 Star Wars movies that came out. It's like people who've been dead, right? They're in the movie for like a chunk of time. So it's like,
you know,
how
movies,
do you create that?
Movies get filmed like years before it actually drops, like a year before.
No, but I know this one. I know for the Star Wars movie, like Princess Leia, that character, like she died like 2 years before.
Yeah, they probably filmed her in March
So-
because that's what a lot of they do. They kill, you know, and then they, you know, stop showing them toward the end because they died actually. You know, I see that.
Yeah, they do that on TV, like in TV, but character dies in TV, like all of a sudden that character just disappears from the show.
And you just don't see him. You know,
Just like for like Paul Walker, you know, they still had like the
they
part
still
that
had
he was
him.
in,
You know,
and then
they use his
had
brother.
That's
up.
crazy technology, right?
Yeah, they use his brother.
Yeah, cause you won't even, I didn't even realize it till you from my heard.
No, you don't see it. I was like, oh, that's Paul Walker.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, R.I.P.
But they still, you know, I know the new one's dropping out. They still ain't killed him off yet. They still got him.
Yeah, I heard that he might come back in the new Fast and Furious movie, but I'm like,
it's probably his brother, but
I mean, yeah, but like we know he's dead, right? So it's weird for. Why don't you just cast his brother as the character, right? Why you call your character Paul Walker when he didn't do it?
Cause you know I
He
feel
didn't
like
read
Paul
the
Walker,
lines,
he is Fast and Furious.
Yeah, you feel me? Just carrying on his legacy.
Right.
Like he started it from, you feel me, the beginning.
He was the main one. He was in all of them.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Except the last
In all of
one.
them?
He was all except the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was in the one, 2. You know, because even Vin Diesel wasn't in the second one, right?
No.
It was
He
Tyrese.
wasn't in Tokyo Drift.
He wasn't in Tokyo. He was at the end. Vin Diesel was at the end. Remember when he was about to race at the end? He was like, he was talking to the other dude.
Okay,
yeah.
sure. That's like a cameo, right?
Yeah, it was the end. It was the end going into 3 or 4, whatever. But
I think The Rock just wasn't in all of them. I think Vin Diesel. I think everyone else.
Yeah, The Rock was in like the 5, 6, and 7.
Yeah.
And then they did the Hobbs and Shaw movie, which I think was pretty good. I don't know if y'all saw it.
I fell asleep in it. I heard it was good though. I was high as shit watching that shit. I fell asleep twice in that movie.
Yeah, it's dope though.
Yeah, that's what's up.
And, you know, it's funny that you were talking about the Fast and Furious. You know, seeing Tyrese, you know, seeing him in movies, you know, he looked like a tough guy, but seeing him on the internet, bro, that shit he looked like a simp.
He played himself, bro.
Bro, he was crying, talking about his ex-girlfriend on a line. I was like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, after man.
You know what I mean? But, you know, in movies, you know, he played in, what's that movie when his kid got kidnapped? He was from, I think it was in Compton, right? The Game was in there.
Yeah, why can't I think of it?
I remember.
I know he was in Baby Boy.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Dang, going through the game. Why can't?
Yeah, you know, talking about when his son got kidnapped and then he was over there in Compton. You know, he was over there being a tough dude. But I think the year after that movie, he was over there crying about his baby mama on the fucking Instagram. So, like, you know how people are actors.
Well, I guess he's a good actor, right?
Right. They even got a show now about Compton. What's that football movie called?
Oh, All American.
All American.
Yeah, for that one, I think that was if I'm not mistaken, I haven't seen. I think out of Crenshaw.
Oh, is it Crenshaw? Oh, yeah, it was.
Crenshaw. He was one of them, but
right, Crenshaw.
you think we all in the inner city?
In LA.
LA County.
LA.
It's a great movie.
I ain't watched it in a while.
I mean, not a great movie. It's a great show. It's cool.
It is a cool show, though. It is. I like it.
Yeah, I watch Last Chance U. They're different, right?
Oh, they had one in Compton.
No, they got one. It was like Mississippi, and I forgot what.
It's always in the South.
But they got another one.
They got always in the South.
But they got one coming out from Laney College.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
Yeah,
I played Laney.
Laney.
I played Laney. Yeah.
Where's that?
Oakland.
It's Oakland.
Oh, Oakland. That's what's up.
That's gonna be cool. They be getting it. Laney. I mean, Laney's off and on. You know? Laney always got good athletes. They just never have good coaching.
I'm surprised they didn't go to San Francisco.
Yeah, I know. San Francisco always.
Like all of them, I would expect them.
Yeah, I know. Cause San Francisco always basketball, football, shit,
Every sport popping.
track, popping.
Yeah, it just sucked that SF State we didn't have a football team. All our money went into track. All went into track. Yeah,
Track was probably nice though.
It was lit. It was winning all the time. I had homies on the track team, so. But I mean, football is still like football. You know what I'm saying? Like a college that size should have a football team.
It has to.
It's crazy.
You gotta have football.
Football
That's like the life of the college experience.
Right.
Man, you ain't never lied. I had fun in college when I played football. The life is a little different. I think life's a little different.
And bro, like HBCUs, like the football teams is like crazy, and like I went to Tuskegee. Shout out to San Jose City for that actually. One of them tours. HBCU tour. Yeah.
They been popping.
Bro.
Hey,
it's crazy because you know the South, like their bands are always hard all the time, bro.
What's that movie Drumline? Drumline had me want to be. I think I took drum classes. But no, that's what people in the South, like in Atlanta and shit, they take this shit serious. Like they be like, what was that DC Young Fly? He was on Instagram doing it. Like he was for real. Like he do that shit. That's what they do out there. The bands, they do that shit for real.
Shout out to Tuskegee, bro. The band was lit. It was a good game, but the band was more lit than the game, bro. I'm telling you.
It's crazy though because out in California, if you do a band, they think you weird and shit like that. You know what I mean? And especially in high school, you know what I mean? Yeah. But out in the South, that shit was cool.
Bro, you the coolest kid.
Yeah, I mean, why you go over there?
Why you over there?
Like you're a celebrity.
Right.
Especially on them drums.
Man, them drums. Shit.
That's the funny thing about America, right? Different regions, like things are more important to different parts.
It's like how soccer's out here. I mean, soccer out here in California is popular.
I think
not like in other countries though.
Right. I think Cali is maybe the state that cares more about soccer than most other states in the country. But Europe, bro, if you go to Europe, like soccer is everything. So is everything.
And out here, football is everything.
Yeah, football.
Football is like they call it American sport. You know what I mean? Even though, that's what they call it, American sport.
And then you got
I thought baseball was American sport though.
Baseball, people like baseball, but I feel like football.
I think baseball is dying
dying
too though.
Like people I know, like when Super Bowl go on, people that don't even watch football be going.
Everybody watches Super Bowl.
So everybody watch Super Bowl.
Word.
I mean, you know what I mean? You don't even watch football. You watch Super Bowl. Oh, we have a Super Bowl party. I'm going to this Super. Even though they don't even watch the game, you know, but they go. It's just because it's Super Bowl. You know,
biggest sport of the biggest game of the year.
Right.
Yeah, I was very anti-football when I came over because it was called football.
Yeah.
Football is football, okay? Y'all just call it soccer for some reason. So how do you get soccer from football? Like, how does that even happen? How does that happen? Y'all should call outside of America, it's called American football, right?
Yeah.
So only when there is just called football, right? And then every other place football is soccer, right? So it's almost like how the hell did they get soccer? Like how did that come about? I think I'm gonna research that because I don't know how they got the word soccer out of football. Like,
Yeah, you gotta research that, girl.
I don't know. I don't know where that comes from.
You asking the wrong person.
just bring that thought out there, you know what I'm saying?
I for sure, you know.
I ain't seen this point and say, yo.
You're right.
Yeah. So back to the album though. I know you talked about there's a lot of like mental health themes in the album, you know what I'm saying? So like, and I mean it's a hard time for everybody, you know, especially this year, like the crazy shit that's been happening with Corona and BLM and all that stuff like that. So like, you have any advice for us? I know I keep putting you on the spot, but you have any advice for yeah, that's why you're here. To answer all our questions. Yeah, so do you have any advice for people going through like, you know, mental health issues? Because, you know, I think one of the things that has been normalized, which I'm happy about, is therapy. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people actually go to therapy now, and it's not seen as like a white thing, or like some gay shit or anything like that.
Because people think if you go to therapy,
like you crazy, like you out of your mind.
Nah, you just got mental issues, real, bro.
Yeah, shout out to our generation. I think therapy has been normalized now. So I think it's like people do that now on a daily basis. Yeah.
Yeah, we need that now in today's society. And but yeah, it's a real thing. I feel like that's, you know, it's something that's not talked about a lot. You know, and you know, it's just especially like, you know, growing up, you know, in poverty, you know, all that kind of stuff. You know, you got a lot on your plate. You know, you got a lot on your mind, and you know, you struggle a lot. 'Cause, you know, you deal with different things. You know, like as you know, just anything in life. So you know, you just, you know, try to find, you know, something to cope with. And you know, most of the time, you know, people go through things. You turn to the wrong things, which is like, you know, drugs and all that. But and then once you get addicted, you know, it's kind of hard to get yourself out of it. But you just now, you know. It's a good thing now people are putting, you know, therapy out you know, into the situation, you know, putting it out there because, you know, like mental problems, you know, is big.
Yeah, it happens to
I like how the
everyone.
athletes coming out and talk about it too.
Yeah.
You know, like with Kevin Love coming out talking about, and that's just real, bro. Mental health, especially now, you know, people like I said, I live alone, be by myself. Well, I don't live alone, but I'm by myself a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Being alone all the time, you know, depression hits, mental health hits. That shit gets you, you know what I mean? Especially with the corona, you're not going out no more. You're just by yourself. I know that hit a lot of people, you know what I mean?
Yeah, shout out to Tama Braxton. I don't know if you heard about that. That I think she had a failed suicide attempt.
No.
Like last week or so she was taken to the hospital. So it happens to everybody, you know what I'm saying? And especially celebrities, like they have a higher chance of depression because of the way their life has been set up. There's no privacy, there's no time for yourself. I was watching the Michael Jordan documentary, The Last Dance.
I'm watching that now right now. I'm trying to catch up.
There's a part where he says the only place where he gets like solace, the only place where he's at peace is like in his hotel room. Because that's when nobody bothers him, right? Yeah. But once he leaves his hotel room, like there's people outside ready for him. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan. To the game, after the game, when he comes back to the hotel room, until he gets back into that room, there's like people just everywhere, just at him like all the time. So
it messes with your mind, you know. Especially like, man, for me, like, you know, your personal space. That's, you know, that's important. You know, you gotta have that. You know, when you just like, you know, just being an athlete, you know, you got You know, you got to go to class. You know, you got to go to practice, study on all this. You know, you just going through so much, and then you also got to deal with the, you know, football stigma where everyone's like, oh, being an athlete is easy. You know, you get all that criticism all the time, so it's kind of like, you know, you like a lot of stuff just piling up on you, so, you know, that kind of like mess with your mind, so, you know, you just always, you know, just having that personal space to clear your head, or, you know, just having someone to talk to. And that's the main thing, you know, just, you know, you're speaking up, you know, don't let all your pain, anger, everything that you're dealing with just, you know, pile up inside you, because
it's gonna blow up at some point. It ain't gonna stay down forever.
You feel me?
Yeah,
it's different ways, man. It's different ways. But let's. I'm gonna upbeat the thing. You know, we're gonna talk about something a little bit more cheery. You know what I mean? I'm gonna talk about what we've been on social media. You know, the Usher and Chris Brown topic, man. What you think, man? That's hard.
That's a good battle. That's a tough one.
Cause you know Chris Brown got hits, but Usher.
Wait, have y'all been watching the verses going on though?
Yeah, I seen the DMX and Snoop Dogg. That was hard.
Cool on that one.
Snoop Dogg had more hits, but DMX is still. He's still
DMX.
He's you know what I mean? But DMX is more of a, he had hits by himself. Snoop Dogg had a lot of shit with other artists, and that just wasn't fair because he had shit with Tupac, Dr. Dre, big artists. You know what I mean? DMX had shits by himself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All his shit was just hits though, by itself though. You know, but his is on movies too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was a little different for DMX, but.
Right. Yeah, one of the best ones I saw was T-Pain and Lil Jon.
Oh, I seen that one.
You saw that one?
Yeah.
I think that's the best one, because T-Pain funny as hell. T-Pain funny as hell.
Was it Jadakiss and Jadakiss and Fabulous? Jadakiss won that one too.
Jadakiss?
Yeah, Jadakiss won that.
He has more hits than Fabulous?
Yeah, Jadakiss, man.
That's crazy.
Jadakiss got hits. But he's another one that had songs with other rappers.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's different. Fabulous had songs with other rappers too, but
he was mainly solo dolo.
Right, he's mainly solo. You know what I mean?
That's even Sweets Beats and Timbaland. Did you see that one?
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that was real good too. That was really hella hits, bro. Those two were legends, bro.
But what you think about who you think is gonna win this Usher and Chris Brown one, man?
It's crazy because you got Usher, you know, you got the OG in the game.
OG.
But, you know, you got Chris Brown who learned from him.
Yeah.
So,
but Chris Brown's OG now too.
Yeah, he is.
I think Chris Brown.
No.
I think everyone's saying Usher, but I think Chris Brown, bro.
It's a tough one, but I want to go for Chris Breezy, man, but I feel like Usher gonna pull it off.
Yeah, me too.
I'm going for Usher on that one.
Okay. Let's count some hits. Just count some hits. Okay. What do you think is Usher's biggest hit?
You got it bad.
You got it bad.
Burning.
Confession 2.
Word.
And what else
you got? You got a whole bunch of them.
Boo.
Boo.
Yeah.
Even like his new shit, like Climax, I think was a really hit song.
That's not new, but it's still
it's like the new Usher type.
Yeah.
What's that song he had? Oh my God,
yeah.
Oh, bro, hit. That's all.
Usher got hits.
Even in Nigeria,
Chris Brown
that song was played everywhere.
Chris Brown too. Chris Brown got hits, but Chris Brown, more of his music now, is more like kind of like slow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And he also had more, you feel me, more features. Like,
right.
Usher didn't really have that many features.
No, right, you're right.
So, but Chris Brown, you know, he had, you feel me, Lil Wayne, all these artists to help him, you know. Even though he had good artists, like, he didn't need them, but, you know, he's having those extra people.
I ain't think about that
extra boost.
Chris Brown he got Lollipop. Well, no, he wasn't Lollipop. What was it? Cat Daddy. He had
and then Deuces with Tiger.
Deuces.
Look
at me now, bro. Look at me
now. And he had a few.
Look at me now, yeah.
No, Chris got some hits, bro.
But then he got the older shit when he was younger too.
Yeah, if you feel me.
Kiss. Yeah, bro.
Say Goodbye.
Oh yeah. That's the most. That's when you want to break up. You know what I'm saying? You send him the lyrics to that song.
It's gonna be a good battle between them.
Nah, it's gonna be a tough battle, bro.
Do y'all think that it's fair? I don't know if fair is the right word, but you know, Chris Brown ain't never won a Grammy.
That's crazy.
And that's because of, you know, the Rihanna shit.
Yeah,
you know
I
feel
like, he should have got one, but when that situation came out, that's
both artists too, because I mean Usher didn't have no shit like that, but Yeah, Kim said he got herpes and shit like that.
With the whole brightness.
Yeah, they always got.
But that's different though. Physical abuse is
no, definitely.
Herpes, right?
But herpes,
herpes is a big deal though. That's not totally. If you got that shit, just stay with yourself, bro. keep it at that side. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I feel like. So you see that there's no forgiveness in our society because I feel like it's been a long time now, and I mean, just been new shit come up. But it's like most of the time it's like just lies. You know what I'm saying? Like I know he's filed some defamation claims against people who've like tried to like soil his name and come up with like accusations that are not true. You know what I'm saying? But like, at what point can we forgive people who've done wrong? You know what I'm saying?
It's different. I feel like for me, it's from every person. Like for me, what he did. You feel me? Physical abuse. That's never a good thing. Putting your hands on a woman. A man should never do that. But at the end, at the same time, in your life, we all make mistakes.
Right. Then this too though. But you know how with the Chris Brown situation, Rihanna wasn't the bad person, not the bad person, the victim either. She wasn't. She was over there hitting his ass. I understand you're never supposed to put your hand on a woman.
Yeah, you can't compare the strength, right?
You're not supposed to. You never. Yeah. But as a woman too, though, you shouldn't put your hands on a man.
No hands put.
You know what I mean? I got two sisters. I got two sisters for that. You feel me? But maybe Chris Brown don't. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But that's how shit goes. A woman should never put her hands on a man. A man should never put a hand on a woman. You know what I mean? Yeah. It goes both ways.
Yeah, and I mean that brings me to this Tory and Megan thing.
Oh man,
crazy.
Hey, wait, I heard some shit about that. I heard she was whooping his ass. He had to shoot her in the foot.
For real?
Yeah.
Hey.
So Megan,
Tory about 5'3".
Yeah, she's
Megan's about 6'3".
She's 5'8".
She knows she has some tennis shoes on, so she about 6'3". You know what I mean?
So for the record, we do not know what the.
I don't know what happened. That's what I heard.
Even to this day.
I heard.
But I read Megan went on live and she was talking about what happened, you know what I'm saying? She didn't go into any details, she just basically she was trying to say it's not funny to make fun of it. Right. But look, it's the internet, okay? That's the one thing we're good at and that's the one thing we're gonna keep doing. I know it's not funny. Like, so many shit has happened. I mean, you could go back and just last 2-3 years, like, shit is not funny, but like, when you're going through like painful shit, I think that's when comedy comes in, right? That's the best way to break the ice, like.
Comedy is the best medicine. Trust me.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, I mean.
A bad day, someone make you laugh, it changes the whole.
It changed the whole day. You cool again. You know what I mean?
But do y'all think Tory will get the same treatment that Chris Brown got?
Nah, because it was. I feel like it was a different situation. He didn't really.
I mean, it wasn't about a gun.
Because the reason that because nobody knows the full story.
Yeah.
Well, Chris Brown, everybody knew the full story.
It was actual evidence.
Right, because nobody came out. Meg ain't saying nothing yet. Tory ain't said. I don't even know if Tory got. I think Tory got out already, but
yeah, he paid bail, so he's out.
Yeah, I don't think. No one told nobody from the story, so both sides is quiet. So
yeah.
Okay, we finna have our second freestyle on the Hyphy Living Podcast. My guy's finna go crazy right now.
Yes, sir.
Tune in, open your ears, and let's go.
Hey, yo, Pluto, you going crazy?
Shout out Pluto Crazy, man.
Shout out Pluto.
They talk about segregation, cops put me off, I felt discriminated. Black man driving with a hoodie on, don't that seem racist? Last night I had a dream, got killed where my homie died. It's hard as a black man, I'm just trying to survive. I give my life every time like I'm shooting dice. Gotta stay on point with my shit, ain't no prepping out. It ain't no love in these streets, you gotta love yourself. When I'm 6 feet deep, it ain't nobody but yourself. People love to hate, but I hate to be loved. It's a hole in my heart, that shit ain't filling up. My cousin be off the pills and lean just to numb him up. His family don't fuck with no more, so he losing trust. Only have love for the drugs, cause they heal him up. His girl broke his heart so many times, he only looking for lust. He come off on the other day for me to lift him up. I'll be shuffling on my own life, you eating me up.
Yes, sir. On that note, like, subscribe. This is the end.
Yo,
thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching, man.
Make sure y'all go cop that mentally scarred.
Go
Mentally scarred,
man.
Go cop that tape.
Every platform.
All platforms.
On all platforms.
All platforms.
Sir.